Right, so in today's video I'm going to be doing a left kit. It's a very easy and simple thing, I'm hoping. It's the 3-inch body lift. This is the whole kit with everything you need. Got it off eBay, I've got a link to it in the description. Got everything perfect standards still on. So I'm going to be stripping out the whole interior to be able to access all the nuts and screws for the body mounts. Lift it up on the body, get pieces of wood, lift it up, slide the blocks in and go from there. Never done one of these before, but hopefully should make a good difference and shouldn't be too hard to do. It is currently about 16 inches off the floor from the step, which is one of the lowest points. So, and then in the wheel arch, it is about 37, and the front's about 37 and a half. So it's got a slight bit of squat to it, but not a lot. Not enough to look stupid. Obviously we'll be going from about 3.5 to 6.5. Which is quite noticeable. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it should. And the videos on the internet aren't the best, so hopefully this one will be able to help you guys out if you ever decide to do it. And obviously it'll show you what it looks like before and after. And then hopefully in the future I'll be able to get much bigger wheels and tyres on it, because then I'll actually have the space in the arches, in the bumpers and everything else. So yeah, that's the plan. And I'll show you what it's like when I strip out all the inside. Now we're inside, we're going to start stripping everything out of it, because when you pull the carpet out, so pull all front seats out, everything in the back, all sub boxes, tools, everything. You'll notice my seats will be different to yours, as I've changed them and I've done quite a lot to the inside, which a lot of people would say is pointless, but who cares? It's what I like, so it's what I'll do. So yeah, we'll start by taking all the seats out so that we can pull the carpet up to find the mounting points for the body. So in your 1998 or a couple of years earlier or later, this is what your seat motor and brackets will look like. To take them out, you simply just move your seat all the way forward, undo these ones here, move it all the way back, and do those ones there. That's for the emergency fire extinguisher. Obviously yours won't have that, but mine does, so just little bits I've done here and there. Same on the driver's side as it is the passenger side. So I'm going to take them out, and then on the back, because these seats are also different to a Ford Explorer, these are out of a Mitsubishi. So I can slide these forward. Got 2 there and 2 there, and then the front ones I haven't put any in yet, so just literally just those back ones for me to take the back out. I'm going to disconnect my amp and all the bits I've got wired up everywhere and get rid of all that. I don't have a handbrake, get rid of that, because I'm redoing the whole centre console to fit this nice big screen and whatever else, change all my gear shifter and everything. That's currently what it is, because why not? Actually run all my light panel switch and everything, so I'm going to get everything out completely. Already emptied the boot, just need to take the carpet out. So yeah, I'm going to take the seats out, take these out, take the carpet out, and I'll show you where we're up to with that then. So my stupid mistake was I put these bolts in on these, which just support the seat as it slides backwards and forwards in the back. and obviously I used the longest bolts possible, and the spanner can only fit in so much before it doesn't fit in, so I can only do a little turn at a time. My own stupid fault, so I'm going to modify them before I put them back in and just flatten them out. Put them in a vise and flatten them. Is where the body mount is. There's a couple laid out in the car. And, just trying to prove a point. But you got to pull that out. Which mine are stuck in quite a bit. And then there's your body mount. A bit dirty in there, but yeah. Easiest way is just to push them in like that, and then pull them out after, instead of pulling them out, which I forgot to mention. So I'm going to finish getting this out, take the back seat out, pull all the carpet up and underlay that I glued down, and then that's all the sound deadening I've put in everywhere. But I did cut out all these, so it should be nice and easy. And then I'll show you once all this is out, where each one of these is located throughout the whole car. And go from there. Alright, so that's all the seats out. Back ones and front ones. If you recognise what these seats are out of, put it in the comments. I'd be very surprised if someone can guess. They're the back ones. They're definitely not for a Ford, or out of a different Ford. And now we've just got to take the carpet out. Pull all the carpet out and the underlay. Alright, so now we can start pulling out all the carpet, which is right, so off camera I took the cover off underneath to drain all the fluid. Tiny little tap on the side, you just unscrew it. I'm saving it because I don't have any new stuff, because in the kit it comes with these which extend the pipe. There should be one for the fuel pipe, one for this pipe which will go in there or down there somewhere to extend that one because the radiator stays in place, and then obviously the other one for the pipe under that way I've drained it. So just draining all this out. Right, so we've got to take this pipe off, which is full of coolant, so trying not to make too much of a mess or waste too much. God knows how much is in there. A bit more than I'd like. Bit of a splash zone. That made a mess. It is a messy job. Got it all over my phone. Probably shouldn't have been using the carpet that was going in the car. It's gone everywhere. Yeah, what you need to do is take this pipe off once it's all drained out. Put a cut in it, around about the middle there. Put the extender in, and then it should still fit on. Right, so I started loosening off the body mounts. So you've got two in the back, so on and so on. They're not attached to a nut, for what I'm aware of. You just start unscrewing it with the fuel pipe. Just unscrew the the little bolts all around it, and then that should come loose. So then when you jack it up, they're not going to cause an issue. Yeah, I'm going to loosen all these off and then get to jacking it up. So we've just got the last two out, and these have seen way better days. Jesus, they took a lot of getting out, the ones up there. So now, all that's left to do is to jack it up, put the blocks in place. We've got all these unscrewed. Currently, nothing's holding the body on. So we're going to find a way to jack it up, slide the blocks in. What we showed you earlier was taking the little screws out here, and then that is loose. So then as it goes up, that won't get caught on anything. Then we can put the little screws back in. After we put the extender in the pipe, fuel pipe. So yeah, sort through all these bolts and pair them all up with the blocks, and then job should be a good one. Right, so I had to call it a night last night because it got very late, very quick. It was super awkward getting, because I put the back ones in, which you can see there. I had to use some threaded bar because these weren't long enough. I won't put a link to this kit in the description because this kit will not fit an Explorer. I will put a link in the description of the kit I should have brought, which I have seen on an Explorer before. So obviously I've got it jacked up at the minute under the front. You could do this with just a normal jack, probably be easier than what I've got, because this is sketchy. I don't come with Cowboy for nothing. But I've got the blocks in there and further down there and on the other side. That's the same on the front. I've just got two more to put in, but what I'm going to do is cut a bunch more of these out of some threaded bar, a bit longer. I would not recommend doing it like this at all, but you know, for me it does the job, so I don't care. Too impatient to send the kit back and order a new one, so I'll just make it work like I do with everything else. But yeah, that is all of them cut. I only needed 8 more, as I did 2 last night for the boot. So now all I need to do is put some nuts on the end, and I'll tack them on. Don't have to look pretty, you'll never see them. Just do it like that. Just makes it easier while I'm on my own to put them in and screw them all on. So I'm gonna do that now. Alright, so I'm just about to jack it up to put the final body mounts in. I have got a huge advantage of having this, so I can do twice as much sketchy stuff. So I'm just going to jack it up, and that should give me enough just to slide those last blocks in, hopefully. They are in a quite of an awkward space. Under there. It'll probably be easier to get to them. It's easier. Doesn't seem that much easier. Still not big enough. And what I'm going to do is loosen these back ones off, and then hopefully it should go up enough for me to be able to do that. So let me just loosen those off and then I'll record from there. Alright, so they're loosened off, so I'm going to try and jack it up a bit more. You can easily do this with a normal jack. Might be a bit easier with a normal jack. Oh, that's not good. That's very sketchy. Maybe. Might be more. Oh yes. Yeah. Just slide that under there. Let me get the other one. The other one in this side. Just like that. Best thing to do is to put the bolts in before you lower it down, just to make sure they're lined up in the right place. Which hopefully they will be. If not, as you can see, that one's just slightly off. Just reach under and pull it the right way until it's a bit more accessible. Getting stuck on. Oh, I forget the socket on that. Should, in theory, be able to screw that one in. He says. Do the same for the other side. So that one isn't pushed in enough. And just push that further in. That whole lines up better. If anyone can't tell, I haven't done this before. So, pieces of wood out, and then press through, and I just put a bolt on it all. Hopefully I can access that one. Fuel tank might be in the way. Okay. Not an issue. Yeah, just get knock some washers and then bolt it all back on. That's just what I'm going to do. Go around bolting it all together and then go from there. Bolted in, screwed in. Just need to sort the bumpers out. Get rid of that big gap. But other than that, as you can see, it's a massive gap now. So I'll throw up a picture of what it was like before, but that's the size of it now, which is a mega difference. Just got to do odd little bits. Clean out all the inside. Lovely assistant cleaning the carpet. So that'll be ready to put that in. Hoover in here again, and go from there. Show you once everything's all put in. So I got all the interior back in, got all that finished off. Everything's back how it was before I started the lift. Still got a bunch of work to do on the inside. The bumpers I'm going to end up leaving just for now, because I'm going to do a separate video doing a custom front bumper and a custom rear bumper, like all big off-road style. There's a slight gap, but if I was to reuse the original bumpers, what I'd have to do is undo the bolts up here where the original bumper mounts, and then make some plates, because the kit I got didn't come with them. It's much easier to see on the front, but it will be the same with the back pretty much. So if we take a look on the front, the bumper is attached to the frame, but it goes in to the bumper, so obviously I can't just put a plate on and push it up, because I'd have to cut out the bottom of this so then it doesn't hit the frame. It's the same on that side, and it's the same with the boot. So I'm going to live with it probably for a couple of weeks or so while I get the new bumpers made, which I'm going to do myself. So I'm going to do a new video on it, taking the original bumpers off, making a whole template out of a cardboard or a thin piece of wood or something, just to get the rough shape and size and measurements and everything. And same with the back. And then I'm going to build it so it works to the gap, so it's built up here, just like how it would be if I was to lift the bumper up. So I'm going to get that piece all sorted, and then it should look proper aggressive from the front, because it'll be big off-road style bumper. I'll put a picture on the video for a rough idea of what I'm on about, and then obviously same sort of style for the back, just to give it that shape. And yeah, go from there really. But that's where I'm going to end this video. It's a longer video than what I normally do, but there's obviously quite a lot to it, and I've tried to add a bit more to the video of me showing what I'm actually doing. So yeah, if you want to know anything about it, anything I've done to it, and maybe some more ideas for a video, then just let me know. You can either message me or put it in the comments. Any message I'll get, I'll always be free to answer and let you know what you want to know, like with the mirrors and the horns and bull bar, anything. You just let me know and show you from there. But it's made a big difference. Obviously it's only 3-inch difference, but it looks a lot more than what it sounds. So obviously it's now, I'll put a picture of what it was like before, height wise. Well, that's what it's like now at the step. The wheel arch on the front is from the ground about 40.5, and then obviously the back is just under 40.5. What I had to do with the back, because it had a slight squat, and I've got the one with the adjustable shocks. I just rigged up a little zip tie on the piece that tells you how high it is, just to lift it up a bit more, put a bit more air in the shocks. So obviously that's leveled it out quite a bit. Yeah, it's quite annoying that I haven't been able to do the bumpers, but the plan was to put big chunky off-road bumpers on it anyway. So that's what I'm going to do. But hopefully you like the video. If you've got any feedback or any advice or anything, I'm always happy to hear about it in the comments. So hopefully you enjoy, and thanks for watching.